Hi, this is Alex, and welcome to Awesome People Project. The classroom here is not much different from any preschool in the US. The kids play games, draw, and learn how to read. If you just met them, you would probably never guess that all of them came from the streets. The truth is, the kids here would likely have never gotten a chance to go to school, break the cycle of generational poverty, or even had a healthy meal 2 times a day if it wasn't for one person. Today we're going to meet Kyle, who moved all the way across the world and found his purpose in life by helping kids in severe poverty get on a path that hopefully will give them a chance to have a much better future.
I'm Kyle. I'm originally from San Diego, and I've been running Tiny Blessings since 2018.
Okay, so this is number 2. Very good, Regina. High five. All right, so we're going to add.
We came in 2017 as like a family vacation, my dad and my 2 sisters. And we did a medical mission in Pampanga where we got to service a little more than 300 people. Those indigent, homeless, or just on the severe poverty level. We got to do a lot of tooth extractions, and one of my jobs was holding people's heads while they were getting their teeth extracted. And it was really like one of my first times seeing like severe poverty through like people's smiles. That really impacted me. Also, when we did our island hopping, we were always connecting our flights in Makati. And here in Makati, you can see a lot of homeless people, a lot of street people, a lot of children living on the streets. That was something we had never really seen growing up in San Diego and Los Angeles. So it stuck to me, and I felt like I wanted to do something about it. I wanted to do something to help. When I went back home after our trip here to the Philippines, I was living in Los Angeles at the time, and I was telling all of my clients about my experiences and how I felt like I wanted to make a difference, and I wanted to really do something to change this problem that I had encountered. I actually started going to church a lot more during that, when we first came back. Doing this kind of helped realign me, give me even more direction towards this calling, this something that was just like pushing me and wanting me to go and do something. It wasn't more than 3 or 4 months from when we came back home that I decided to answer that call and make the move here to the Philippines. When I did make the move, it was now 2018. And I didn't know anyone here, I had no family here, but I just took a leap of faith, and I stayed in the cheapest hostel I could find in Poblacion, and I just walked. I walked around Makati on that first day that I was here, and I stumbled upon this little community, and it was like little tents on the street, and there was like so many piles of like trash and like rubbish, and then there would be like a little tent, like almost like it was built into that pile of trash. And as I kept walking and looking, I could see that there was like people inside of those little tents, and there were kids playing around it, and I realized, oh my God, like this is like a little village. So I just went to the nearest grocery store, and I bought like apples and bread and little like probiotic milks, and I brought it to them, and they like swarmed me, and they seemed like so desperate to get that little bit of like food that you could see like the desperation, you could feel the desperation. And I came every day I've been coming every day for like 4 years now. When I came back and I just took the leap to try to do something to make an impact, I started off really small, just giving food things, basic essential things. That's when I started to really realize, like we needed to focus on the kids' education, to really break the cycle of poverty, we've got to give them the tools and the support in order to attain a proper education. You know, when I first came after a certain amount of time, I was able to really assess and identify who were the most at-risk children, who had the least amount of parental supervision, and who were out of school. So they had not received educations, they were not receiving an education, and they were at about an average age of 9 or 10 years old. We put together a group of 7 of them, and we were able to fundraise to get them into a very nice private school in their immediate vicinity of where they were living. We were able to get them basic phonetics, get them learning how to read and write, but also giving them that cultural experience of from the street to society. As we were getting through that first year of having kids in this rather expensive private school, I started to realize this is something that I could essentially do and reach more children and offer more children from the community this kind of education. When we did finally get our space, when we got this facility, this incredible 3-story little building, we were then able to offer more children the opportunity to receive this excellent education, but also we were able to offer residency to some of the more severe case children. So not only are all of our residents in public school right now, but we also have 3 certified teachers of our own here that we do classes with the kids every single day. They have a structural education, but they also have structured like home lives now. You know, they take showers in the morning, at night. They eat 3, 4, sometimes 5 times a day. They do chores. They find the importance of, you know, keeping our home space clean. They wash their clothes. They take pride in their appearance. If you will talk to a kid or children living on the streets and you ask them, what are your dreams in life? What are your aspirations in life? I'm gonna tell you more often than not, they're gonna A, think like, what are you even talking about? Or B, really just have no answer for you. You know, I have kids who aspire to be neurosurgeons, optometrists, teachers. In addition to our residents, we also have scholars. These children come from very similar situations, but maybe aren't as severe. So they come to Tiny Blessings every day, they eat, they get to have a class, a 4-hour class with a licensed teacher, and then they get to eat again before they go home back to the streets. The day at Tiny Blessings starts at about 4:30 in the morning because some of our kids, they have public school as early as 5 a.m. Our first house parent starts cooking at 4:30 so that those kids who go to school at 5 have a little breakfast and lunches to pack to bring with them to school. All of the rest of the kids start waking up at about 6 or 6:30. They pack away their beds, they fold up their mattresses and all their blankets and pillows and put them away in little storage cubbies. And then we have other students that start to arrive at about 7, 7:30. They eat their breakfast. They all eat on the first floor together. While upstairs, we have our teachers putting their classrooms together, which are the same rooms that double as the kids' sleeping quarters. At about 8 o'clock now, we have our first batch of classes. We have a total of 7 classes throughout the day, so amongst our 3 classrooms. By 5 o'clock, all of our classes are done and out for the day. You know, the kids come down, they're having dinner. We're wrapping up the day for all of our go-home students, all of the scholars who don't stay in. By 6 o'clock, it's just the residents that are here, and at that time, we take them to the park. So we go to a nearby park and we let them run around, play, burn off some of that energy, pent-up energy from the day. That also gives us time the home staff to clean up the area, start preparing their dinner for the night. And about 7:30 is when they come home from the park. We have dinner already ready for them. The place is cleaned. Every month, our core recurring expenses are about like $5,000. So that, that covers our teachers' salaries, our house parent salaries, tutors, the kids' food, rice. We go through like 25 kilos of rice every other day. It's insane. We pay for our water and electricity, the Wi-Fi, there's the kids' school materials and all of that stuff. It all adds up and we really need help with that. Every day is like wondering and stressing and figuring out how we're gonna put together that $5,000 that we need for that month.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you would like to learn more about Tiny Blessings, you can go to their website at tinyblessingsph.com. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks.